This is my response to the um discussion this week. I'm not sure. I think King changed the video to the John O'Leary video and Jack. Um and those that were in Mr. King's class last week, he was talking about how he gets in trouble because he got in trouble with another student because all we work on is the good and the motivation and all this stuff about business. We should like look at the negatives. But well, I think that's true, but through my eyes, I think um looking at motivation and in business is really important. Like I mean, like there's a reason King's doing this. It's to me, I believe like in this, he has this list of what we could do for like in a direction of what he wanted us to do. And he has like mentor, motivation, embrace the journey, cons- customer loyalty, branding, all this stuff. Um, but motivation is like the stepping stone. You need motivation to do all of this. If you don't get motivation, you can still do it, but it's not going to be right. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be your true potential. Um, I'm also taking a sports performance class, and we talk about motivation all the time. Motivation is so important for almost anything you could do. I think with the direction King is going, I mean, there's a reason we're going this way. Because we see motivation in everywhere, every day, in everything we do, and it's motivation to me. When I first took this class, I didn't think I was going to be learning a lot about motivation and like all of this psychological stuff during like for a business class. um but it's starting to click now, that like the businesses that focus on those a lot more and focus on like aspects of their customers and all that stuff, you see them boom in their and their selling and all of this stuff and like their production and all this, and you hear only good things about working there. um but yeah, I think that's what's really like captivated me in this discussion. I've like finally realized why King is doing so much motivation stuff. And yes, there is negatives, but if you only focus on the negatives, you're never going to want to do anything. And only focusing on the negatives gets you in a depressive state, and nobody ever wants to be in that state. I'm not saying looking at negatives is bad, because we should look at negatives every once in a while, but you have to learn to be able to look at the positives before being able to truly look at the negatives in the right way, because you can look at the negatives all the time. And I think that's what we all go to like immediately when something bad's happening. We have a bad mindset from it because it's easy. Looking at the negatives is easy, but looking at the motivation side of a lot of things is hard. I think that's what King is trying to get us to learn. So yeah.